Are we ready to start, I take it?
Are you ready to start?
I mean, yes, we are, sir. Okay. Good evening and welcome to the Honors Government Council meeting. Please stand for the pledge and remain standing for a prayer. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear God, I want to thank you for this time that we could gather as a council to discuss safety issues and anything else that anyone wants to bring up. Help us all to come to an agreement and just help us all to have a great night. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Okay, I'm going to call this meeting to order, and I'm going to ask our clerk, Chloe Smith, to take a roll.
Young. Here. Putterball.
Here.
Gooseland.
Here.
Black.
Here.
Ferguson.
Here.
Renner.
Here.
And Mayor Dickinson.
Here. Okay, at this time, I'm going to entertain a motion to approve the minutes from our workshop on February 25th, 2014.
So moved. Second.
Roll call, please.
Young.
Here.
Putterball.
Yes.
Gooseland.
Yes.
Black.
Yes.
Ferguson.
Yes.
Renner.
Yes.
And Mayor Dickinson.
Yes. Manager Morgan, have we received any correspondences to the council?
No, sir, we have not.
Okay, at this time, I'm going to open it up to comments from the citizens regarding tonight's legislation. Okay, moving on. We're going to move on to any ordinances or resolutions.
I'd like to bring up the Haskett Extension, Milton-Potsdam Road intersection near the high school. Have we made any progress on this situation since our workshop?
We have made movement on this, and I'm going to direct this to Sam Morgan, our manager.
Students and teachers, everyday travelers, take the Haskett Extension sometime in the day. For drivers to completely turn around, it is a problem when they have to look out their back window to check for safety, when usually you just look out your passenger window. We as a council have written a draft to send to the county engineer regarding the Haskett Extension and making it a one-way to make this area safer for drivers and the people living in the area. To whom it may concern. Many of our high school students within Milton-Union School District, West Milton, Ohio, have started expressing their concerns regarding traveling to and from school. One issue that has become a key area of discussion is the hazardous intersection between Haskett Extension and Milton-Potsdam Road. We believe that this is a dangerous intersection in every aspect of driving, especially while driving west. This issue is presented by students, parents, and faculty turning onto Milton-Potsdam Road from Haskett Extension. It is a strange angle causing for a very unsafe turn. Another inconvenience is people who are not familiar with the area find themselves confused by what the speed limit is at what times, due to the intersection being beyond the flashing school sign. After many discussions about the possibilities of a better intersection, we have found a possible solution. The seniors of Milton-Union High School, with the support of our council, propose that Haskett Extension be changed to a one-way street eastbound. By doing so, it will take away the dangers of the intersection and prevent future wrecks before they occur. This will also force commuters to take the Haskett Street and Milton-Potsdam Road intersection. This intersection is a much more gentle angle and makes the school speed limit sign easily seen by all. We feel that this is the most reasonable solution, and it is the one that we hope to see in the future. The senior class presents this solution because we do not wish for a tragedy to happen before a solution is brought up. The commuters that travel these streets want safety, not just for today, but for years to come. Sincerely, the senior government class of Milton-Union Schools.
At this time, I'm going to make a motion to adopt this draft.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Young.
Yes.
Putterball.
Yes.
Gooseland.
Yes.
Black.
Yes.
Ferguson.
Yes.
Renner.
Yes.
Mayor Dickinson.
Yes, the draft has been approved. Now we're going to move on. Is there any old business that we'd like to bring up?
Yes. So last year, seniors at Milton-Union High School decided on maintaining and beautifying the village of West Milton. Where are we on that?
Yet again, I'm going to direct this to Sam Morgan, our manager.
We as a council chose to add a letter along with the violation notice from the senior honors government class to express our desire to have a village that presents itself well and promote pride in this area. The letter will add another view about the exterior property maintenance code from future Milton residents. This involves keeping up with worn-down buildings, unkept lawns, and anything deemed unsafe or not good in appearance. And before I read this letter, I would like to add that Milton-Union High School has various clubs to promote community pride and clubs that are looking for ways to make a difference in the community, such as Bulldog Pride, Interact Club, and Habitat for Humanity. And these clubs can be easily contacted and could be a huge resource to helping our village promote community pride. To whom it may concern, as kids growing up in Milton-Union schools, we are taught to be proud of where we go to school and be proud of everything we do. Whether it is passing a test or volunteering in the community, pride is a key part in growing as a child to a young adult. A key ingredient to this growth is pride in the appearance, safety, and care within our community. As kids get older, they start to see things in a different way and want to carry that pride into the community. The seniors at Milton-Union High School would like to request you be a part of this pride in which we partake. As the attached notice says, you are in violation of the Exterior Property Maintenance Code, whose mission is, and quote, to protect public health, safety, and welfare by establishing minimum standards, governing the maintenance, appearance, and condition of all residential and non-residential premises, quote. Not only is this code important to the safety of Milton residents, but it is also a main part in showing pride in our town, and more importantly, pride in the maintenance of our town. We would like to thank you in advance for your participation of the beautification of our village. We urge you to continue to maintain your property and keep it up to date with the standards of the Exterior Property Maintenance Code, and assist with passing on the pride and tradition of our small town. Sincerely, the Milton-Union High School Class of 2014.
Yet again, I'm going to entertain a motion to adopt this draft.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Young,
Yes.
Puterball,
Yes.
Gooseland,
Yes.
Black,
Yes.
Ferguson,
Yes.
Renner,
Yes.
and Mayor Dickinson.
Yes. Now we're going to move on to new business.
Yes, I'd like to bring up the intersection of Front Street and Main Street. It has proven difficult to safely navigate. Has there been any progress regarding this intersection?
I am the Ben Heron of our mock council, and I would like, the real Ben Heron to look into this for us. And we were wondering if you have looked into this before, and if it has ever been an issue for like the town, or if it is just the senior class noticing that it's difficult to travel south. So we pass this on to you.
At this time, we open it up to Ben Heron.
I didn't bring my list because you guys had a lot of questions at the last meeting. As far as Front and Main Street, the way that would work is the manager is actually the acting safety director. So it would be my job to research the intersection, and then I would make my recommendation to the manager, and then we would look at it together, and then the manager would make the final decision. To answer your question, as if we have looked at it before, I can tell you that the accident rate there is zero to none, at least in the last 3 decades. The other issue we have is there's no parking on Front Street west of Main Street on each side of the road. And the residents on that intersection, that's their primary means of parking. It's not a highly traveled street, which is another item that we look at. We look at traffic flows and traffic patterns. And also, you have to look at the flow on Main Street. If you look at the flow on Main Street heading northbound and southbound, specifically, in this case, southbound, they would be stopping at Market Street, they'd be stopping at Hamilton Street, Front Street. That would be adding an additional 4-way stop, which would actually impede traffic that greatly flows down Main Street. Front Street, ever since the school was removed, the traffic in that area has dropped by about 80%, if not more, with the exception of maybe high school sports because of the stadium being there. So we are still currently looking into it. I have yet to make final recommendation to the manager. What I try to do is look at the intersection during certain times of the day and night. So we will further look into that possibility, although it's no guarantee that we would put up a stop sign there.
Thank you for your insight.
Thanks again, Mr. Ben Heron. That was definitely a great insight that we don't exactly know as students, so thank you very much. Right now, I'd like to open it up to comments from the citizens.
Oh.
You start next. That's all right. You go next. Hey, I want to say you guys have been a great group. Last year, it was a lot of fun having the senior class here. honor students, right?
Correct.
I wish you all the best. Someday, I hope you guys come back, bring your families back to West Milton once you get through college. We need to see you guys be involved in the community, and you already are, and we really appreciate that. We appreciate your vision and your concern and your passion for this community. And I think I can speak for most of council that we're encouraged by what you brought back towards us. And I will say, I hope that the county and the township will listen to the letter and act upon it. I think it'd be beneficial not only for the citizens, but also for the students. So thank you very much for taking your time out of your evening and joining us. So thank you.
I'd like to reiterate what the mayor said as well. Democracy, 90% of democracy is just showing up. And you're doing more than that. So good for you. Kudos. You heard me at our council meeting. Those who get upset, and we've been communicating to, that don't even take the time to read a one-page letter. Again, that's just showing up, is trying to listen. So I congratulate all of you. It's a great class. Mr. Grafflin, you did another marvelous job, and all of you did a marvelous job, really. And give you a little history to try to spark your interest. I assume, since you're seniors, most of you are 17 or 18 years old. I grew up in a small town very similar to West Milton. When I was 19, I was asked to run for mayor of my hometown. I declined, but then I did run when I was 21 and got elected. So you're not that far off. So perhaps one of these days you can sit in one of the council chamber, or in this council chamber as a real council person that's elected by this town. So I wish you all the best and good luck, and thank you.
I did want to report back to you on some other items that you did have. West Market Street, we will open bids on April the 3rd, I believe it is, to be totally, basically it's a reconstruction project and a paving project. And we are going to, as a city, our employees are going to go in and replace all the water lines prior to that. So that way we can hopefully save ourselves on some leak repairs. So Market Street, I'm hoping by the end of summer we'll be done. It'll kind of go by our schedule on when we get the water lines done. So you guys asked about Market Street. It'll be done this year. 571 and 48 traffic signals, they should be working 100% right now. We did have one, I guess you'd say moderate repair. If they go back to what I call default mode, it is actually going to be a loop replacement, which is kind of expensive. So we took another route first to make sure that it is that loop that is bad. So I've been monitoring those daily and checking the box daily for any faults. And I will continue to do so for about the next week or two. So those are fixed. And finally, the one thing that you had brought to us that I would ask for you to possibly take back to the school, and that's the school entrance. I understand exactly what you guys are saying, mainly because, as I said, I've been with this project since it was a field out there all the way through where we're at today. I do know that there's an issue of people having to go and turn around, come all the way back into the school, whether it be the squad house or an intersection or something like that. But regulation from the city out there would not be easy to do. A traffic light is not something that's easy to get installed, nor would it be, to me, in my opinion, practical for that in this particular situation, because you're not regulating 24-hour-a-day traffic. You're regulating, 1 to 2 hour period twice a day. So I would ask that maybe you go to the school and discuss with them. Possibly, I could throw out a number of ideas, possibly crossing guard, possibly staggering times. Maybe, students A through D come in at 7:40, then 7:45, then maybe try and make it so that you guys stagger when you come in. And also maybe talk to the school. I know that they're set in how everybody goes in and goes out, how the buses go in and go out, but I do know there's multiple entrances to the school, so I'm hoping that you could find a solution maybe that would work with the school with that, because we just literally don't have any ideas as far as, trying to regulate that. So that was to answer your last question that you posed at the workshop. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much to all of you. Any further comments from the citizens? Okay, then I'm going to motion to adjourn this meeting.
Second.
Okay, thank you.